Okay, we are recording. Hi, everyone. My name is Aya Anon, and I'm the current Area 3 president. We are at the Q&A session right now with the Area 3 candidates. So without further ado, I want everyone to introduce themselves. Iris, could you go first?
Yes, thank you, Aya. Hi, everyone. My name is Iris Zoe, and I'm from North Creek High School.
Hi everyone, I'm Sanchana Reddy and I go to Lake Washington High School.
Hello, my name is Mackenzie Rogers and I go to Woodinville High School.
Hi, my name is Preksha Mittal and I go to Eastlake High School.
Thank you for that. So some backstory. As you guys know, they're all running for Area 3 president. The rules for the Q&A today is I'll be asking 5 questions and each person will have exactly 1 minute to answer. And for the order is going to be Iris, Sanjana, Mackenzie, Preksha for the first question. So let's get into that. I'll set the timer. So once you start talking, that's when the timer will start going down. So yes. First question, why do you want to be Area 3 president? Iris, take it away.
Thank you, Aya, for that question. I would like to run for Area 3 president because I want to continue my leadership experience with Washington DECA. It has been such an amazing experience being a part of Washington DECA as a member, and I would like to further my leadership experience being Area 3 president, also being able to connect with more members and also hear their voices and implement other ideas that all of the members have and that have not been able to be implemented. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, so why do you want to be Area 3 president? Sanjana, take it away.
Well, I fell in love with DECA because of the community. At ICDC my freshman year, I got to see so many high school students there for the same reason, a DECA conference. I saw roleplay teams hyping each other up. I saw paper people with the coolest presentations ever. And for the first time in a long time, I actually felt a part of it. I felt like one of those really, really cool high school students. And I want to be area president because I want to bring that community down to the area level. I want every person who walks into a DECA meeting to feel welcome, to feel included, and like they have a place. Because DECA has a place for everyone. I just want to help you find it.
I love that. Why do you want to be Area 3 president, Mackenzie?
Well, I want to be Area 3 president because when I first joined DECA, I had a really amazing experience connecting with people that were able to guide me through the high school experience in general and really be mentors along the way. And I would love to provide that and connect with people. So by being Area 3 president, I would have the opportunity to pull people in and to get to know them and to hopefully be that support that I was able to have. And DECA just really can unite people that have a similar passion. And I really want to be able to meet people and connect with them like I was able to do when I first joined. So just having those opportunities to meet with them and connect over a shared passion and love would really be an exciting opportunity that I would love to have.
Thank you, Mackenzie. Why do you want to be Area 3 president, Preksha?
Yeah, so I want to be Area 3 president for 2 reasons. And the first one is to combine my passion for serving others and DECA. I love serving others, and being able to serve others and put a smile on their face is one of the things that gives me the greatest joy. And I also really love DECA because the atmosphere created by the amazing Eastlake DECA officers and advisors makes DECA feel like a home and a family instead of just a club. And the second reason I want to be Area 3 president is to use my competitive success to help others. I'm a 2-time ICDC qualifier, and as a freshman, I placed as a finalist at ICDC.
Thank you. So our next question, the order is going to be Sanjana, Mackenzie, Preksha, and then Iris. The next one is, what is something you believe is going really well in Area 3, and what is something you believe needs improvement? How will you improve it? Sanjana, are you ready?
Okay, so one thing that I feel is going really well in Area 3 is I love the communication that A has put into place. We have a group me with all the chapter officers, and I just love how easy it is to connect with everyone. Because I remember my like 2 years ago, I didn't really know how to like connect with other officers or like because I was like, do I go to their website? Do I like find an Instagram? But now it's just like, oh, there's a group me and everyone's on there. I can just like ask any question. Everyone's got answers. One thing I'd like to see improved is the community, as I was saying earlier, because I love how the chapter officers have a group me, but I really want to bring that to all the DECA members because chapter officers are really important, but I think it'd be really cool if members were able to connect with other members so we have an even bigger community.
Thank you. What is something you believe is going really well in Area 3, and what is something you believe needs improvement? How will you improve it, Mackenzie?
Yeah, so kind of like Sandra was saying, I think we have a lot of good foundations for our communication. We have an up and running social media, and we have a website where you can access a lot of really important information. But from there, I think some areas that we could improve is that communication isn't super interactive. So you have the ability to go and find officer emails and that type of information, but there's nothing really encouraging people to reach out and like get to know them. So I think having opportunities to ask members about what their ideas are for upcoming events or ask for feedback on things could really benefit our area because we would be able to have more growth if we're really looking at what the members think. So this could be encouraging more comments on our social media so that we're really hearing their feedback, or sending out Google Forms to some of the chapters or every member in Area 3 so that they could have input. And I think this would be a really incredible opportunity if we made our communication more interactive.
Thank you. What is something you believe is going really well in Area 3, and what is something you believe needs improvement? How will you improve it, Preeksha?
Yeah, I think just like Mackenzie and Sanjana said, that networking between officers, like chapter officers, is going really well this year, thanks to you, Aya. I think our group meet is really amazing, and I met some officers who I would have never talked to before if we didn't have the group meet. One thing I do want to help improve is networking across chapter members. And one of the problems I noticed, at least in our chapter this year, is that we have some people competing in events that nobody else has ever competed in before. So I hope to make some sort of directory across the entire chapter so that people can contact each other for help with specific event-related questions.
Thank you. What is something you believe is going really well in Area 3, and what is something you believe needs improvement? How will you improve it, Iris?
Thank you. So I want to start off by saying I agree with everything that all the other candidates have said, and I totally support that. We have a wonderful foundation, and communication has been a big deal this year. So thank you, Aya, for that. I would like to add on to some of the ideas that the other candidate proposed. Community and communication, something big on my end, and I really want to continue inspiring and having that be united and having more stronger communications. One implementation I would love to improve within our area is community service. Through community service activities, we not only get to network, but also give back to our community. And through our GroupMe group chat, I see that that is in high interest of all members. Thank you.
Thank you. So for the next question, the order will go Mackenzie, Preeksha, Iris, and then Sanjana. And the question is, what is your go-to Chipotle order? Relate your Chipotle order to DECA leadership. Mackenzie, I'm ready when you are.
Thank you for that question. That's a really fun question. My go-to order is normally a burrito with some rice and some chicken. And I usually like to spice it up with some extra toppings at the end. And I guess I would relate this to my DECA experience in leadership, because the meat, I guess, could represent like you need to have a base on what you're going off of, because if you had a burrito with only the toppings, then it wouldn't really feel fulfilling. But you also need to go the extra mile and work really hard, because if you have only the meat and rice and the extra toppings, like it's just not a good burrito. So you need to make sure you have really good foundations and have learned a lot, but you're also willing to go the extra mile for people and do that last bit of effort that can really make a difference. Thank you.
I love that answer. Thank you. What is your go-to Chipotle order? Relate your Chipotle order to DECA leadership, Preksha.
My go-to Chipotle order is a burrito with basically everything that they have. And I think this relates to my DECA leadership and experience because I like trying different things and having a little bit of everything. So last year was the first year I competed in a role play, and I really enjoyed that. So I'm going to do that again this year. And for leadership, I think it's important to take in consideration everything that you have, all the chapter members, officers, and the ideas of everyone. So, yeah.
Thank you for that. What is your go-to Chipotle order? Relate your Chipotle order to DECA leadership, Iris.
So I actually have quite a bit of a lot of opinions to choose at Chipotle, depending on the mood that day. But one of my absolute favorite go-to would be getting a salad bowl with a bunch of things in it. I think having a salad is healthy and it has a positive side to it. And by being able to add anything into it, it kind of gives us an opportunity to try new things out and just experience something unique and different in its own way. Thank you.
Thank you. What is your go-to Chipotle order? Relate your Chipotle order to DECA leadership, Sanjana.
Okay. So my go-to Chipotle order is a bowl with everything on it. And I think this relates to my DECA leadership experience because, a bowl is like a great base to just put so many things in, and every ingredient, if that's like another person or another idea, you end up having all these amazing ideas. And the thing is, on their own, like sure, lettuce is great. Lettuce is mostly water on its own, but on all together, these like really add up. And I just think this relates to my leadership experience because leadership is all about taking ideas, building off of them, making something even greater. And a bowl is definitely a whole lot better than the sum of its parts.
Thank you for that. I love that. So the next order will go Preksha, Iris, Sanjana, Mackenzie. And the question is, in my opinion, without communication, there's no community. I want to know your specific stance in regards to communication in Area 3.
So I think that communication is a key aspect to both leadership and networking and basically everything that DECA and Area 3 is about. And I think currently communication is really good in Area 3, like we discussed in a previous question. The group chat that Aya created has helped us communicate across the area. And I hope that if I become Area 3 president, I'm able to expand communication to not only chapter officers, but also between DECA members.
Thank you. In my opinion, without communication, there is no community. I want to know your specific stance in regards to communication in Area 3, Iris.
So regarding that question, I agree with what Prashna has said before. Communication has been going strong this year, at least better than other years with Aya in the position, having all the officers connect. But for sure, I would like to further expand that for all Area 3 members, where we can interact interdistrictly and have a bunch of activities together. But on top of that, once we have very great communication within our area, we can also expand and connect with other members of Washington DECA.
Thank you. In my opinion, without communication, there's no community. I want to know your specific stance in regards to communication in Area 3, Sanjana.
Well, I think the communication between chapter officers right now is amazing because once again, thanks to you, Aya, for that group me, super useful. But I really want to bring that to all the members across Area 3. So I don't know whether that be making another group meet or maybe making a remind so that they can get direct updates about competition and what resources are available at the state level. But I think it's super important, like Preksha and Iris said, to just bring that communication across Area 3 so that we can build an even stronger community.
Thank you. In my opinion, without communication, there's no community. I want to know your specific stance in regards to communication in Area 3, Mackenzie.
Yeah, so I absolutely agree with that statement that communication really is the foundation. But I think that, as I mentioned earlier, we definitely there are some areas where we can make it more interactive. But instead of overwhelming members with like a giant group remind or a giant group me, I think because DECA is also focused on leadership, what we should be doing is encouraging our chapter officers to be more interactive with its members. So teaching them leadership skills or teaching them how to start a mentorship program so that they're connecting with their new members. And that way everyone feels more like a community and those new members are more engaged when they joined and everyone would be more connected. And communication isn't just verbal or texting, like there's more to it. It can be reaching out to someone when you don't need to or offering to use their lunch hour to help you study. There's a lot that goes into really good communication. So I think that utilizing this and really teaching our chapter officers to build community will help our overall area. Thank you.
Right on time. Thank you. We have one last question, and the order will go Iris, Sanjana, Mackenzie, Preeksha. And the question is, what is something unique about you that one can't find on your resume? Iris, take it away.
Thank you for that question. I think one thing that's so unique about myself is I'm a people person, so I'm very interactive and I love hearing people's voices. I'm someone that's on the soft side and I want to make sure that I could implement things that everyone have an idea for and just have an equal balance among every opportunities out there. So that's something like unique about me. I have great leadership skills, but I'm also very lenient in a way because I want to be very inclusive as a community. Thank you.
Thank you. What is something unique about you that one can't find on your resume, Sanjana?
For me, I'd have to say that would be my curiosity. And I mean, as all my friends can attest to this, I'm constantly asking them questions. Sometimes they're deep, sometimes they're stupid, sometimes they're just like super random that I like thought of in the middle of the hallway. And I just think that's really useful because when I ask these questions, I'm also looking for answers. And I would bring this into my leadership as Area 3 president if elected, because I would constantly be asking members questions like, hey, what could be improved? What do you like? What ideas do you have? And I'd be working with them to implement their ideas. And I'd be listening to their feedback, seeing what they want, and then actively making sure that gets implemented.
Thank you. What is something unique about you that one can't find on your resume, Mackenzie?
Well, one thing that I think you can't really find on my resume is when I'm super passionate about something, I'll just absolutely devote myself and work so hard to not only learning about it, but doing as best as I can. One of my teachers likes to tease me about this one time where we had just learned, it was my freshman year, about like the DECA test and we were starting to study. And I just got so enthusiastic and excited and I was working so hard. And then there was a fire drill. So I got out my little mini umbrella and I grabbed all my materials and I was like working and studying on the field and on the way back to the classroom. So I just think that you can't really see this, but I get really passionate and excited about things and I'm willing to work really hard and learn as much as I can about it. Thank you.
Thank you. What is something unique about you that one can't find on your resume, Preeksha?
Yeah, so I love helping other people and just meeting new people. I love, like, I'm a people's person. I really love that. And I started in a chapter, which is Association for India's Development. It's a nonprofit organization. And we did a couple of fundraisers. We even raised like over $2,000 for one of them. And I just really love doing that because after the fundraiser, we always get to see how it directly impacts people in underprivileged communities in India. And that always puts a smile on my face. I also love traveling and meeting new people when I travel. So yeah.
Thank you. So this concludes our Q&A session. Thank you guys for coming. I'm excited to see how you will continue your DECA journey. And thank you guys for tuning in today.